Concentra Urgent Care and Occupational Medical Center at Redbird. If this is a life-threatening emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Si necesita asistencia en español, marque el 8 ahora. For our address, hours of operation, fax number, and directions, press 1. One moment, please.
Thank you for calling the Therapy Department of Concentra Redbird. Our business hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, for lunch from 12 to 1. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and we will return your call as soon as possible. Thank you, and have a great day.
Yeah, this is for Monica. Monica, this is Scott Brown. You just left a voicemail with me about the extension, and you wanted me to come in tomorrow, which is Friday. Unfortunately, my brother picked up my car and took it to the shop to get new tires on it. So I don't have a car until tomorrow evening. I guess, is it possible to maybe schedule it on Monday or during the weekend? I'm not sure if you guys are working on the weekend or not. So if you would just give me a call back, 469-223-3361. Thanks, bye. It is 4:20 p.m. on 1/7/2021. I got a voicemail from Monica from the PT, said that they got extension and wanted to schedule for an appointment for tomorrow. She didn't leave a time or anything. She said tomorrow. So tomorrow, I already dropped off the car to get new tires and an oil change. So I don't have a car until tomorrow afternoon. Let me call her back real quick.
Thank you for calling Concentra Urgent Care and Occupational Medical Center at Redbird. If this is a life-threatening emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Si necesita asistencia en español, marque el 8 ahora. For our address, hours of operation, fax number, and directions, press 1. For physical exam and drug screen results,
press 4.
One moment, please.
PT.
Thank you for calling Concentra Therapy.
Yeah, so this is Monica.
Yes, this is her.
Hey Monica, this is Scott. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
You left a message with me and said I got an extension for PT, but I can't come in tomorrow. I can do
Okay.
weekend.
Can you hold just 1 second?
Okay.
Okay. Most effective right after an injury. That's why at Concentra Physical Therapy, we work with your employee's referring physician to help them get the treatment they need as soon as possible after an injury. Our therapists use a hands-on program that is customized for their particular condition, using proven treatment techniques to help them get better faster. Visit ConcentraPhysicalTherapy.com for more information. Thank you for holding. We appreciate your patience. Was your employee injured at work, calling because of a workers' compensation claim? You've come to the right place. Concentra has treated more than 180 million work-related injuries since 1979. Today, we treat more than 600,000 work-related injuries a year. We're here to help your employees recover and return to work and life quickly, with minimal interruption to their daily lives. Please stay on the line. We'll be with you soon.
You always.
When you're sick or injured, you want to get better as quickly as possible. At Concentra, we make it easy for your...
I known a little sooner, I wouldn't let my brother get my car to take it to the mechanic shop.
Okay, because they're only giving us to a certain time. What's your date of birth?
How are you? Oh, I didn't bring mine.
You prefer morning or afternoon?
Well, since I'm not working right now, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay, because on Monday you'll just see the doctor,
Right.
and then we'll start you off.
I think because the other lady, the physical therapist said there was somebody who's already booked in the morning or right before my doctor's
For
appointment.
when?
For Monday, before the doctor's appointment, so it'd probably have to be afterwards.
Okay. You want to see, you want to do therapy after the doctor, is that what you mean?
Yeah, I think we tried to reschedule it when I was there, and she said the only available time they have is after the doctor appointment. I mean, something before would be great, but I think the only option I have is afterwards.
Okay, so can you...
I can come either before or afterwards.
Okay, can you do before?
I can.
Can you come in at 3 to do therapy?
I can.
And then after that, you'll see the doctor.
I can. Is the lady that doing the therapy, is she gonna be happy? Because they were discussing that when I was there last time.
Who's going to be happy?
The PT, the therapist. She says she likes to work one-on-one or something like that. And
Yeah, at 3. It's somebody else. She sees somebody else at... Yeah, you're good at 3.
Okay, so I'll be there at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
On Monday morning.
Okay, and then...
Monday afternoon, right?
Yes, 3 o'clock on Monday, and then after that you'll see the doctor.
Okay, awesome.
Now, I still need days. I need 3 more days. Scott.
Just let me know when. Just write it down and then have it ready for me when I get there.
Okay.
So that way it's in writing and I'll be there, okay?
Okay, so we see you at 3.
Okay, awesome.
On Monday.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
She's the one that didn't follow up with me on PT to begin with. And she tried to get me into saying, oh, remember this, remember that? No, I don't remember any of the things that she says that I said, because everything I have is recorded from them. It's 4:26 p.m. Today's day is 1/7/2021. It is 2:47 p.m. on 1/7/2021. Calling Amazon Elizabeth. The Amazon attorney from Jim Adler. Correction.
Hi, this is Elizabeth. I'm sorry I can't take your call right now, but please leave a message and I'll be happy to get back with you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hi, Elizabeth. This is Scott Brown. Hey, I'm just following up with you to see if you reached out to your attorneys to see if you're able to handle my case. If you would, just give me a call back. Earliest convenience, 469-223-3361. Once again, Scott Brown. Reach me at 469-223-3361. Thank you so much. July 7th, 2021 at 1:13 p.m. I reached out to a Savinaw law firm that they already specializes in suing Amazon for a civil suit in Houston, Texas, since they're a non-subscriber. So they sent me a text and called me, so let me call them real quick.
Law Firm. This is Catherine speaking. How may I help you?
Hey, Catherine, this is Scott Brown. I missed a message from you guys.
Okay, yes, Mr. Brown. Are you available to answer a few questions regarding your work injury?
Sure.
Okay, great. Can I have the date of when the injury occurred?
On 12/7 of 2020.
12/7/2020. And it's Amazon, correct?
That is correct.
Do you have the address of that particular Amazon by any chance?
Yep, it's going to be 5 3s, so 33333. Lyndon B. Johnson, Dallas, Texas, 75, I want to say 254.
75254?
I think so. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, I'm having a little trouble.
Hang on a second, let me pull it up. Seven 5 2 4 1.
And you said 5333?
No, this would be 5 3s. So it's 33333. Lyndon B. Johnson Freeway, Dallas, Texas, 75241.
Okay. And can I have the injuries that you suffered?
Yeah, I suffered a crushed foot on the right and sprained ankle. And then it progressed into, I have a DVTs, so I have multiple from my ankle to my knee. And then...
And which ankle is it?
It's the right foot.
Okay.
And then the DVTs, I have multiple DVTs from ankle to my knee, and then I have PE, which is the clots went to my lungs.
Okay, and are you currently being represented by another attorney?
Well, I called Jim Adler's office and signed the paperwork yesterday. Then they signed my case manager, and she called me this morning saying this is overwhelming for her because they're non-subscribers, so she doesn't know what to do. She's going to reach out.
So you don't have a return letter yet?
Not yet. So I'm waiting for what she says, and then, I mean, if they're not capable of representing me, then I need to find someone who is.
Okay.
Cause I need to see a specialist who can handle my condition, and the clinic said they're going to refer me to a specialist, but I talked to the PT person. She said they're going to refer me to a PCP, which is a primary care provider. That's not a specialist. So I don't know what's going on.
Okay. And Ms. Brown, can I have your address, please?
You want my mailing address or my living address?
Whichever one you want.
Are you going to send mail to me, or are you going to...
Well, if the case is taken, we will.
All right.
We'll send the welcome letter or any other information that we'll send.
I live in Highland Park, but my address to mail stuff to me is going to be...
Okay. And can I have a good email address?
Yeah, it's going to be scott.brown.
Mm-hmm. Was there a report made of the accident?
Yeah, I have all kinds of documentation.
Okay. And who filed the report with you at your workplace?
I followed it. I mean, I went and reported it to the local clinic inside Amazon.
Do you remember the person you reported it to?
Yeah, I mean, I can get their names and stuff. He called in my manager, and then a safety representative came in to start looking at the video.
Okay, and now can you give me a brief description on how the accident occurred?
Yeah, I work in UIS robotics. So at the time I was a wrangler on lane 8, and I was scanning a tote out, and I pivoted to the right to put the tote onto the conveyor, and that's when the problem solver with the cart was right there. He ran over my foot. I yanked my foot back out, which caused the ankle sprain. I mean, the workspace between the robot and the conveyor belt is probably about 5 feet. So the problem solver is not supposed to be in that space whenever we're working on the machines or on the robotics. So he shouldn't even been there. My back was faced toward my back was towards him. I didn't even see him, hear him, or anything. I was very shocked that he was there to begin with.
Okay. And what were you wearing on your feet? Like any protective boot or regular tennis shoes?
Regular tennis shoes. I tried to order the boots, but they said that I was ineligible. That's a different retaliation case that I have open with them. So
you were not able to get those boots?
no, because my HR department was retaliating against me, and I have all the documentation to prove that as well.
And they did not tell you anything regarding wearing tennis shoes?
No, we can wear tennis shoes. We're not required to wear safety boots. I mean, they recommend them, but we're not required to. I wish I had mine. I wouldn't be in this situation.
Okay. And once he did run over your foot, were there any witnesses?
No witnesses that saw the accident, but I immediately told my operator, my partner. So I went and told her. I said, "Hey, this problem solver just ran over my foot." And then I continued to work. I mean, it didn't really hurt at that time. And then probably within an hour later, when I was walking, I could feel some discomfort in the foot. And I lifted up my pant leg, and that's when I noticed in front of her, and that's when I noticed that it was swollen. And I think she works in the medical field. She goes, "Oh, that looks bad." So I told her that I was going to go to AmCare, which is the local clinic within Amazon, to report it, and I did. And this is before 4 a.m. Probably about 3:15 a.m. in the morning.
And you noticed your ankle swollen, correct?
Yes. I could walk on it with discomfort, but...
Okay.
And then they did all the reports. The guy in the clinic gave me a hot, one of them chemical ice packs to put on it. And about 15, 20 minutes later, the managers in the office that was in there with me, they asked if I had my break. I said no. They said, "Why don't you go take your break now?" So I kind of limped to the break room for 20 minutes. And then when I came back, they said, "Okay, you can go back to your station." And that was it. They didn't give me any paperwork or anything. And I had to continue to work until 6:45 in the morning.
So the accident occurred before 4 a.m., correct?
Correct.
Continued to work until 6?
Yeah. Which I was kind of surprised. And then the next day, where I slept, and then the next day, I couldn't even walk on my foot. I tried calling back up there because I didn't know what to do, and security wouldn't transfer me to Amcare. They wouldn't transfer me to any place. So I had to ask my wife to drive me back up to the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And then it took me about 45 minutes to draw paperwork, and then they sent me to their doctor, their care clinic. And since I had...
Sorry, I'm just trying to type everything.
Okay. Since I had the open retaliation case against my HR department, I have all recordings of all my doctor appointments. I made sure to keep track of and document everything to this process.
Can you give me a little, at least of a background information regarding that other case?
Yeah, so ever since I've been working Amazon, I'm actually a C-level executive, so I'm a VP of operations, but I started working at Amazon with my wife because she's new to the United States, and I wanted her to show her the value of working hard for a good company.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started working, I noticed the safety issues. They were double stacking the boxes and shoving, and I keep raising my hand and asking my management. I said, why you keep causing the safety issues among all the rest of us? So, and then me keep asking questions, and because the safety practices are non-existent. So I had one of the managers come down and single me out and start threatening to write me up for something that's out of my control and everything. So I called the ethics line and reported the incident, which in turn they were switched. They changed my managers like 6 times in a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then so that's why I have an open case with HR right now. HR is doing more than just, I don't know. I have paperwork for all the documentations on that too.
Okay. Okay, you said you immediately told your partner. Can I have her name, just her first name?
Yep. I have her first and last name and her phone number if you need that. Let me look it up now. It's Sophia. Do you want her number?
Give me just 1 second. Okay, go ahead.
It's 214.
Okay. Okay, so you went back to be referred to a clinic. What clinic was it?
Concentra?
Concentra, okay.
Concentra, I'm sorry. Yeah, urgent care.
And that was the third day, correct? That was the 9th?
The 9th, yes.
Okay. And what treatment did you receive?
They did x-rays, and they gave me a boot and crutches. And they told me that I need to keep my foot elevated and ice it. So it'll be a few days before, and I think she said she'll schedule PT on that visit too. And it'll be a few days before the radiologist be able to read the x-rays.
Okay. Have you returned back to work?
Yeah, so I was out for that week, and then I saw her again on the 15th, and my foot was still swollen. And she said the x-ray shows that there's no broken bones, but since the swelling is so bad, there may be some fractures, which they would have to retake the x-rays once the swelling goes down. And then she recommended that I go back to light duty, and as long as I'm seated and have my foot elevated.
Okay, you were told to return on light duty and keep your foot elevated?
Yeah, sitting down, keep my elevated. So they put me in a plastic chair and for 10 hours a day for 4 days. That was tough.
Okay.
And then and the next week, my next appointment's not until the 28th. During that time, I expressed my concern to my Amazon workman's comp manager, Ben, that the swelling moved up to my knee, and my calf is hurting. And he thought that was strange as well. So I was like, I couldn't wait to go back on the 28th and say something's not right. Why is my knee hurting? Why am I having so much pain in my calf? And looking back, I did have shortness of breath back before then, but I thought maybe I got the COVID-19 or something like that. I thought that was related to that, or I didn't have COVID-19, but I remember 1 or 2 days that my body hurt so bad that I could just lay in bed all day. That's all I could do. During this time, I didn't have pain meds. So Dr. Harris, she prescribed me 10 days of pain meds on my first visit. So on the 28th, I went back to Dr. Harris, and she immediately looked at my leg and said, I'm sending you to the ER. I'm worried about blood clots.
And that's when your calf was hurting,
Yes.
And started swelling on your right knee.
That's correct.
Okay.
And then... Go ahead. No, you're done.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just typing. I'm talking to myself.
So, PT, in between the 15 visit and the 28 visit, I got a non-compliance letter from the adjuster saying that I'm in non-compliance because I missed the appointment on the 22nd and I didn't follow up with the PT. And I wrote her back. I said, when they tried to schedule me the appointment to go back on the 22nd, I had a court date then. I couldn't make it. So the lady at the front desk, she circled it, initialized it, and then changed it to the 28th at 4 p.m. And then I told her I haven't received any phone calls whatsoever from PT, from anybody regarding PT. And I can prove that on my cell phone. So on the 28th, when I went to the doctor visit, the lady came in from PT. She goes, "Oh, we've been trying to get a hold of you, but we couldn't." So I gave her my phone number. She goes, "Well, we don't have that phone number." I'm like, "It's on all the documentation I fill out every time I go to the doctor's office."
Mhm.
I don't know why she couldn't take the effort to go look for my number if she's calling, she couldn't get a hold of me. But anyway, that's a different topic. So I go to ER for an ultrasound of my leg. Dr. Harris writes up a triage paperwork, and she said to go to in ER ASAP. So I googled the closest one according to traffic. That was Arlington, the medical city of Arlington. They do the ultrasound, and then I knew something was wrong. In fact, I could hear my heartbeat above my knee, and then when she did it below my calf, there was nothing. It was silent. So I kind of knew there was something wrong. And then from there they did a dye CT scan of my chest. They did my heart ultrasound. They did another CT of my leg. They ran all kinds of stuff. All that information there, if you want to download that, because I went into my hospital portal and downloaded all my blood tests and all my x-rays and all my results.
Mhm.
And I compiled all that information into a PDF so I can, because my Amazon case manager wanted to see if I had access to all that stuff. So it's online if you want to go pull it down real quick. And it's going to be at HTTPS.
I'm just going to type that you do have access to that medical portal with all your medical records.
Right.
Once this case is signed and he reviews it and agrees it's something he can assist you with, we will ask you for those documents. But as of right now, it's not needed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So what's the name of that second place you visited, the ER?
The medical city of Arlington.
And what was the date?
That was on the 28th through the 31st.
Okay.
So they kept me over 2 nights. The doctor said he's going to release me. Since I have a good heart, I don't smoke, I'm in good physical condition. And it's very paramount that I take my blood thinners ASAP. So when he prescribed them to Walgreens, kind of close to my house, I went to go pick them up. Walgreens said I used the medical card that they gave me, the Amazon gave me to use for the work injury. They said there was a hold due to financial. The pharmacist called the 24-hour emergency number on the back and talked to someone. They said that they would notify the underwriters. She asked how long that would take. He said about a day, but since it's the holidays, it'd be 3 or 4 days. And she said, well, this is life-threatening. He needs him now. He said there's nothing he can do about that. So I had 2 options: either go back to ER, or I asked the pharmacist if she could at least give me a couple days supply so that way I can kind of figure all this out. And she did. So I paid for $120 for the blood thinners that I needed. And then I reached out to the case manager. He said he cleared everything up, so I went back to Walgreens to try to pick up the rest of my 31-day supply. They only gave me an additional 3-day supply, which I thought was kind of weird. So now I'm stressing out about having blood thinners. And then on the 4th, I had another doctor appointment from Concentra, whatever you pronounce it.
Concentra. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I didn't see Dr. Harris. I saw a male doctor. He had the all of my medical records that I put together on my chart because I recognized the title page. And then he came in and he grabbed my ankle and started moving it aggressively up and down, left and right, and I squirmed in pain and told him what is he doing. He goes, "Oh, it's okay. It's not broken." During my exam, I guess Amazon issued me a nurse. I had her on a conference call on speakerphone, and she witnessed the doctor doing all that to me via phone. I asked him if he read my file. He said he hasn't yet. I said, and then she wants him to refer me to a specialist. And then.
But just to make sure, it was only 2 facilities that received medical attention from, correct?
Yeah, only
the Concentra and the Medical City.
That's it. Yep.
Okay. Can you give me just one moment? I'm going to put you in a brief hold.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling Sandoval Law Firm. Attorney Hector Sandoval or one of his legal assistants will be right with you. We appreciate your time and your patience. Gracias por llamar a Sandoval Law Firm. El abogado Héctor Sandoval o uno de sus asistentes legales se pondrán en contacto con usted muy pronto. Nosotros apreciamos su tiempo y su paciencia. At Sandoval.
Okay, Mr. Brown?
Yes.
So I do have basically all the basic information the attorney can see to verify if it's a case he's going to assist you with. But in order for him to speak with you, we are going to need the return letter from the gym Adler. If without that letter, he will not be able to speak with you because you did sign with
I did.
with them yesterday.
Yes.
So we're going to need that. Just verify if they're going to handle the case or if they can assist you with that case. If not, we already have the report ready that I just finished, and I'm going to be able to send it to him right now through email. So he can have that ready when you return with the return letter.
Okay. I will follow up with my case manager that Jim Adler has assigned to me, either today or maybe tomorrow morning.
Okay, no problem.
Further information.
We are going to keep your report just in hand, again, if you do call. We are going to be calling you maybe within 1 or 3 days if we don't hear anything back, just to verify if you continue with them or not, okay?
All right. Hey, you guys have represented other people in Texas.
With the Amazon?
Yes.
Yes, we do handle non-subscriber cases.
Oh,
we do.
good. Okay, good. All right.
Can I have your date of birth real quick, Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Thank you so much.
Have a great afternoon.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
It's 1:43. January 7th. So that's a little refreshing news. I have a backup in case Jim Adler firm doesn't want to do that. I need to have them send me a letter. I guess I'll follow with her in a minute.
Mr. Brown, listen, I don't have your intake packet that you signed, but I have a couple of questions. I had correspondence with Mr. Pantages, and he tells me that Amazon has no workers' comp. They're non-subscribers in Texas.
Really?
Yeah, so there's no workers' comp payment at all. I mean, you're not going to get a weekly check because they have no workers' comp.
Wow. Okay. So what?
Okay.
So what do we do now?
So I sent this to my attorney because technically, I mean, you were run over by a coworker, but there's no third party. I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just saying that if there's no workers' comp, and Mr. Pantages asked you to file a leave of absence for the time that you're off. I mean, how bad is your foot?
My foot's pretty bad. I have a 10 to 12 inch blood clot in my leg.
Well, I mean, what were you hit with?
A dolly it's like a floor dolly with boxes on it.
Like a hand dolly?
Yeah, but they're a little bigger. They put a lot of boxes on it. That's how they move boxes back and forth.
Well, I mean, I'm waiting for my boss to email me back about this, because this may be a little harder than we can have, than I know. And, like I said, I'm not a lawyer.
Right.
I'm just a paralegal. But from what I see, this is going to be relatively difficult. You are treating with Concentra, is that correct?
That is correct.
And who's paying for it? Are you paying for it, or well, there's no workers' comp?
I don't know who's paying for it. I don't know.
Well, if there's no workers' comp, you're going to be paying for it.
Well, I ain't going to be paying for it. It's not my fault that I got hurt.
Well, I understand, but since there is no workers' comp, they're non-subscribers, there's no way to get any money.
Well, somebody's gonna be paying for it. I mean, it's not even, like I said, it's not even my fault that I got hurt.
Well, I understand that, sir. I'm just saying, there usually it would be workers' comp, but there's no workers' comp.
Well,
Do you have health insurance?
of course I have health insurance.
Well, then they'll be paying for it. Your health insurance will be paying for it.
And who's Anchor? Who's a risk management company? Who are they?
I'm sorry?
I said, who is Anchor?
Anchor is risk management. They handle, hold on, I was trying to figure this out myself. Mr. Brown. Okay. Let's see. Anchor is risk management. She's the claims examiner of this file.
Why do they have a claims examiner?
Well, I mean, because you filed a claim.
I did file a claim.
Well, okay. But I've got right here, Amazon does not have workers' compensation in Texas. They are a non-subscriber. That's why he instructed you to file a leave of absence due to the doctors letting him off of work.
The leave of absence doesn't even pay me. I mean,
leave of absence is not going to pay you any money, I don't believe.
No,
I mean,
they're not.
Do you have short-term disability?
I should have. I mean, I got the best insurance policies through my benefit package. So it's
well, check and see if you have short-term disability. Then you could get some payment there.
Okay.
But since the guy hit you in work and it's not a third party, this is really going to be difficult.
Yeah. What about the whole PT thing? I mean, isn't Concentra supposed to, if I ever to have PT, physical therapy, when it happened, wouldn't it? I mean, would that eliminate the blood clots?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Whether it's you're injured, but there's no money to go after it, right? That I can see. That's why I sent it to my attorney, because there's no workers' comp. You weren't hit by a third party. You were hit by an employee of Amazon.
I know, but and then I went to go see their doctor they want me to go to, right?
Well,
which then was just a crushed foot, which is,
well, is it crushed or is it just hit?
It was crushed. It's medically labeled as a crushed foot. So.
Do you have a picture?
A picture of my foot? Yeah, I've been taking pictures daily of my foot. So.
Well, just hang tight until I hear from my boss, okay? Because this is more complicated than I thought.
Right, and then see, Concentra did not do physical therapy until 28 days until after the fact. I mean, there has to be.
Okay, where's physical therapy?
Physical therapy is supposed to have been done, within the 7 days I got injured. But they said they'd been trying to contact me, and they didn't. They're using a totally different number. I don't know what number they were calling, but they weren't calling my cell phone number. And that.
Well, I understand that, but you need to call this Adela Jones at Action Risk and Claims Management and find out what's going on.
Okay.
Because from what I found, like I said, from what I managed to determine from Pantages, there's no workers' comp, and I don't know, unless your insurance, your health insurance is paying for your medical, it's, that's just where it is right now.
Then why does his title say Senior Workman's Comp Manager?
I don't know.
That's a little misleading, don't you think?
Well, who says Pantages?
Yes.
Well, yeah, but he's telling you there's no workers' comp. He does not just work for Dallas or Texas. He works for all over the country, and several states have workers' comp for Amazon, but Texas does not.
Yeah.
Hello?
I'm here. I'm just trying to process all this information. I just don't understand. I'm here freaking with a hurt foot, swollen like a potato, and I don't know what to do.
Well, there's nothing we can do right now until I find out what's going on. And I found out enough, but I don't. You need to contact this Jones at Anchor Risk and ask her to explain everything to you and put me on the email.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, thanks.
All right, bye. What the fuck?
Brown, this is Elizabeth in Jim Miller's office.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I was completely wrong. Like I said, I needed my attorney. What they're going to do is proceed against Amazon.
Right, in a civil matter, correct?
Yeah. So, and a girl named Elsie will be handling it because it's in a different category than what I usually handle. So, yeah, everything's a go, okay, and they should be sending you some letters and everything.
All right, so I got a letter from Amazon wanting me for the leave of absence, and bundled inside that form they want me to file is like all this release information.
Well, just wait a minute. Yeah, don't send it in yet. Talk to Elsie.
Okay.
When she called you, okay? Yeah. I didn't know because then I wanted to be sure before I told you anything. I just didn't know.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So just hang loose and somebody will be calling you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Bye.